Well, that's weird. I changed it to Farm Sim, but it won't change the category. Hey, Scorpion. For some reason, it's keeping Elite Dangerous as the category. I changed it. I don't know what's going on. Weird. Really weird. Oh, man. It's terrible. Terrible. My mic is low. Great. Can you hear me at all? All right. So let me know what my voice sounds like. This is Stubby. Stubby is very loud. Let me go to. Okay, now tell me what's going on. Because that was Stubby. Stubby is terribly loud. I need to go in and change his sound down. But is this better? Okay. All right. I was thinking about turning the mic up a little bit anyway, because I noticed that when I did my YouTube live streams, I could barely hear myself. What? Oh, man. Well, that's... I don't know what the hell to do. I mean... It's not like I get a ton of people to begin with if nobody's getting notified. Well, a delay is better than none at all. That's terrible. I don't know what to think. I was going to show off some of this new equipment, but I was going to wait till somebody showed up. Know what I mean? Burn. Hi, Brian. Did I see you pop in on YouTube just a second ago? I think just as I hit the end key, I saw Brian. I think the problem is I was live streaming for over a half hour and nobody came in. Nobody got a notification. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on. I'd been live streaming for a half hour. I had one person sitting there, and it wasn't one of my regulars. So I thought, what the hell? And I was telling Scorpion earlier that there's a guy I watch named Oxhorn, and he has 1,100,000, over that many. And he started the live stream yesterday, and every live stream he's done in the last month, he's had thousands of people watching. And he was on there for the longest time and had 83 people. And he mentioned, I wonder if notifications are not working. Because he said that was just crazy. Okay, is that crop or is that weeds? That looks like weeds. It does look like weeds. A lot of weeds. But just on the end here. I'm going to wait. Okay, so this guy didn't look like he ended well. Let me flip him around. Vegetation salad. Yeah, I did too. That's why I told somebody a minute ago that I had the game or the live stream running on another monitor because I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I wanted to see if it was even showing up on YouTube. And it was. I could see it on my page. It said, "You're now live." But as far as I could tell, no notifications went out. It's just about time I was going to go back to live streaming on YouTube. What a bummer. Ah! Okay, I found a sign that has collision on it. Not all of them do. Evidently, that one does. Right, I'm going to change this one to oats, maybe. I hate those icons, the new icons. Oats don't look like oats. Canola looks like cotton. Cotton looks like something I've never seen before. Weird. This is a new field, by the way. I didn't own this field until this morning. I keep running into this field thinking it's mine, checking it out, and can't figure out why nothing's growing. And then I realized that, oh, it's not my field. So I decided about the 5th time I did that, I'm just going to buy the dang field. The mailbox is solid. Hey, you can't stop the U.S. mail. It's a federal offense. How you doing, Brian? Hope everything's well with you. Hope you had a good holiday and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I saw the comment you made that you sent me an email, and I haven't been getting them. I don't think I have a new one, but let me send you one. I'll send you one via email, and I give you a new link. Okay, there you go. Scorpion will give it to you, Brian. That works good. Thanks, Scorp. Hell, I could have done that myself, I guess, huh? Of course, I don't know how. This technology is too much for me. Thanks again, Scorp. Appreciate it. You get paid? I didn't know that. Oh. Oh. That's what? Would that I'm gonna have to check into that. I don't know if I changed it though. Huh. Weird. Do you use Discord, Brian? Because I did put it in the patron Discord page. That's where most people have been getting it, I think. Okay, that's fine. I don't blame you for that. I hate the social media stuff. I mean, I've got Facebook. I'm never on it. I deleted my personal Facebook page because I just hate Facebook. And I don't, I hate Twitter worse than that. I've actually never used Twitter. I do have a Twitter account, but I've actually never logged into it outside of starting it. I just hate Twitter. I think it's just it's going to be the bane of civilization, in my opinion. It's going to be the downfall. The link is different. Yeah, we'll get it done, Brian. I can get it done. Indeed. Wow, that's I don't know I don't know how to respond to that. That's either good or bad. It's good that you're making all kinds of money, I guess, but it's bad you're going to kill yourself. Bad. It's bad, man. Yeah, I'd think so. I wouldn't think it's good. That's a lot. That's working hard, man. That's so neither one of you guys got a notification yet, huh? This is just really weird. Man. Just doing the gender work. I can't tell you when I was commercial loan officer for Rainier Bank. I many days I used to tell people I worked with that that on some days more than I could feel comfortable counting. I had wished I was just the janitor. Technology, it's a wonderful thing when it works. Well, I guess I should have stayed on YouTube. At least people could see that I was live if they went to my webpage. This is terrible. Oh well, life goes on. Oh, Chase is watching. How's the lad doing? I hope he had a good Christmas. First year of football. Cool beans. Welcome to my little corner of YouTube. All right, it's not working. I'm messing around with this silly thing. Hey, Bradley, how you doing? Private stream. I tell you what, I was on one night. It was just me and in Troy for about 2 hours. Just the two of us. I did a 4-hour stream. It was just the two of us for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden people started coming in. I don't know what was going wrong with that. But I don't know. Maybe people will find out if Twitch and YouTube aren't notifying people. It's going to be kind of weird. I'll never get anybody. And I would say it was just the small channels, except for what happened to Oxhorn yesterday. Hey, there's Andy. Andy, did you get notified that I was on? Because nobody's getting notified. I've been live streaming for, what, an hour? And I've actually had only a couple of people. Weird. Really strange. Well, I see the stream finally changed to Farm Sim instead of Elite Dangerous. That's weird. Okay, Brian. Whoa, tearing up the ground. Finish this side out here. It's so quiet. I know it's Sunday, but why is it so quiet? Nobody's here. I feel like I'm tiptoeing through the internet here because I don't want to wake anybody up. So Andy, how did you know I was live streaming? Did you get a notice? Because nobody seems to be getting notices. Alright, let's put the seeder away. I think I've got another field needs seeded though. We'll find out here in a minute. I've got weeds coming in everywhere. Wonder if they're ever going to get this construction done here on this road, because it's really bothering me. It's interfering with my farming. Okay. Well, I am, but not till 5 o'clock my time. What happened was I was gonna live stream Elite Dangerous over here at 5 o'clock. But I decided I was going to live stream farming now, well, at noon. But I was going to do it on YouTube. So I started on YouTube, and nobody showed up for the longest time. And Scorpion and I talked about it, and we decided that maybe I'll jump over to Twitch and see if I can get notified. People get notified. And so I jumped over to Twitch, forgetting that I had it set up for Elite Dangerous. And I just started the stream. And as soon as I started the stream, I saw what it said, and I went in and changed it. But I'd already started the stream, so the notification went out for Elite Dangerous. So I don't know what to do, if anything. I guess I'll just play for a while and see what happens. Welcome back, Brian. Thanks for coming back. At least I got somebody watching. See what's going on with this field. Whoa, that's a bigger... Is that a bigger ditch than normal? I didn't realize that. This ditch is bigger than the others. It's like a lake. Well, a straight lake. Oh, look at. I lost my HUD again, and I'm not even using that mod. Oh, hang on. I lost my information HUD. Be right back. A gully. Michigan farming. Oh, hey, Scorpion. If Brian's on the PC now, you can resend him that link. Maybe he'll get it this time in a private message. If that's possible. Right, I'm back. Let me see if I got my HUD thing back. Maybe it got wet because I jumped in the ditch. There we go. I jumped in a ditch. It may have... Okay, so this is growing. Growing. I can fertilize this. Let's do so. Let's do it. White's for fertilizer. Red is for herbicide. Oh, that's a combine. What am I doing? Sorry. I'm confused. There we go. Rubicon. Alright, we're gonna... Whoa! Oh, dang it. Come on. Oh, no. Alright, let me see if I can get this thing locked into four-wheel drive. There we go. Chubby Clark. No problem, but I got a new one, Chubby. Let me show you just a minute. I've been waiting for the regulars to come in before I talk about mods, but hang on, I'll show you. This one works better. Alright, don't get in the ditch. Don't get in the ditch. Okay. Alright, hang on. Let me get my chat back. There we go. Okay. Let's talk about some mods. I got several new ones. So, first of all, we got this nasty looking truck. And you won't believe the different ways you can fix up this truck. It's got so many ways, it's unbelievable. This and the new Peterbilt I got is also the same way. You can make so many different changes to it. Anyway, let's start this thing up. This thing's a monster. And this trailer's new too, but let me pull it out so we can look at it. So if you need a trailer for hauling equipment, that's what we got this for. But let's take a look at the trailer too here. Alright, so first of all, it's got a little bit of a glitchy thing. If we put the let me unhook to it. There, now we unhook to it. And sometimes the ramp is down on the thing, which is kind of weird because it lifts the rear. When the ramp is down, it lifts the tires off of the ground. So that's kind of weird. Let's see. So, and it shows you've got a missing link there. Now, see, it lifts it right off the ground. Now, if that doesn't bother you, it works just perfectly fine. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. The truck is cool. You can change a lot of stuff on it. You can make it look like it's from the zombie apocalypse if you want to. It's got spikes coming out of the hubs and all kinds of stuff. But it seems to run pretty good. Did you hear that engine? Whoa! Oh, I forgot about the ditch. Oh, jeez. Darn ditches. All right, let me lock the differential in, see if I can get any traction here. Oh, my God. Can I climb out? Oh, my God, it climbed out of it. I can't believe that. Wow. This thing's a monster. I thought I was going to have to show you the other mod, but I didn't. He walked right out of it. But while I'm thinking about it, let me show you. This is that Superman mod. I don't remember what it's called. Control I and it turns this on, Mega Strength, and you can clip on something to pick up anything, and you can throw it if you want to. So that's kind of cool. So I do have that. Let's see what this thing will do on the road, though. Listen to it. Sounds like a jet plane. Oh, that the Chubby just said the same thing. Wonder how many gears it has. Sounds like it's got 20 gears. 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. 92. Well, then I lost traction, but whoa! It does sound like a jet plane, doesn't it? But anyway, hey, if you need something to haul your equipment around, here you go. Man, I was just surprised how that thing walked out of that ditch. Okay, Alan. Now here's the trailers. And I haven't modded them yet. I was going to mod them last night, but I got messing around with Elite Dangerous and preparing for my trip. And got really busy. But let's jump out of this. And I'll show you. Okay, so we've got this new truck. This Peterbilt here. Is that the Peterbilt? Yeah, that's the Peterbilt. And we got these new trailers. Now, the new trailers allowed me to use the new dolly that I got. So, if you guys have been watching, I was looking for... I don't like the single axle dolly. And I found a mod that has a double axle dolly on it. It's actually got two. It's got a single axle and a double axle. The double axle and the single axle, they have a number of different things. You can change the color. You can change the kind of hitch that you want, and the tires and things like that. You make a lot of changes on it, but it wouldn't work with that other set of trailers because I put it under there and it was too big. The other trailers, when you turned, would lock under the trailer. They didn't work. So with these set of trailers, it works perfect. It's really, really nice. Let's get this thing started. Listen, I call this is a Peterbilt, so I've been calling it Whistling Pete because it whistles. But it pulls these trailers really nice. Now, see the dolly? I made a mistake and made the dolly the same color as the truck, so it looks a little weird. Listen to that Pete whistle. Tea's ready. But now watch the dolly, because the other one, the dolly would lock up if I turned a corner. But this one, these trailers, it works just really pretty nice. It works just fine. No problems at all. So I can use my double one. Now, these trailers are nice too, so watch this. The only thing is they're lifting dumps. They don't push your grain out. But watch the trailer. Let me get it in the sunshine here. Now, it's got triaxles on the back. But watch what happens to the axles. All right, come on. Okay, full tipper. See the axle went up? The third axle goes up and comes back down. So if you need a little bit more oomph, if you got a heavy load, there you go. So yeah, these work really well. Road West Transport Equipment and Sales. There you go. Good set of trailers, good truck. I like the truck a lot. Yeah, I am. Right now, if you look at them, they don't hold very much. So I'm gonna beef them up a little bit. Yeah, Bradley didn't watch me crash. You got food, you didn't share? Okay, so talking about axles, I didn't show you the other one. I'm going to sell these Crampies, by the way. What was the other one? Where's the other trailer? Wasn't there another trailer? Alright, did I not buy that other trailer? Hang on. Let me see. There it is. Oh, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. Let me buy one of these. Okay, this one's look at that. Okay, I'm buying this. All right, now let's see. Do I have another truck? Uh-oh, trouble. Dang it. There, I do have another truck. Okay, let me get this other trailer and I'll show you it. It's just a single trailer, but if you want to use a single trailer, it's a dandy. Or seems to be. These trucks are nice too. Now, they're only 600 horse, but they seem to have quite a bit of torque. And they work really well. It pulls those trailers loaded better than the other one that I was using, that Kenworth. And I call it Whistling Pete. Now I'm back to 900,000. I'm going to have to sell some crops. Now look at the axles on that thing. Now you got 3 on the ground and 3 in the air. But if you got a heavy load, you can drop the other 3. Whistling Pete. I like it. Okay, now let me open that up. Same thing with this one. We can unfold it and watch. First the rear, they slowly, all 3 slowly come down, and you're ready to take off with a heavy load. Isn't that cool? Now there's no hitch on the back of this one, so this is a single trailer. And I haven't modded it yet either, and I will. But although it's all ready to go. It's got 150,000 in it. That's big enough. That's enough. So this one's all ready to go. I'll slip it in the OneDrive. I put these in yesterday when I was talking to Scorpion, and then something happened, and I didn't get them in the OneDrive, but I'll put them in as soon as the live stream's over. All right, Scorpion says this is the one he sent me, and he already had it modded for 150,000. So I'll just slip this right into the OneDrive. But I like it for a single trailer. It's good. It isn't any different than the other ones. It's just that it's not made to hook up as a road train. So that's fine. Single trailers are good too. And I'm going to take those other trailers right there and sell them. But not right now. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, okay. I got a mod that lets me place anything anywhere. So if you decide you wanted to put something somewhere and you're having trouble because Giant messed up and won't let you do it. Okay, we got this new pole barn here. So this will let you put the thing anywhere that you can put anything, as long as there's no collision. See, there's collision here with this truck I've got parked here, but you can place it anywhere you want. That's the mod. Not the mod that I'm trying to place, not the shed. I'm just talking about, it's a mod called Place Anywhere. And you can place anything anywhere that it can be placed, unless there's something, of course, in the way, which there is here. So, but then this barn here is another mod that we got. And it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can find a place to set it. There. Okay, I'm going to place it here. I'm not going to leave it there, I don't think. Well, I might now because it's there. These buildings here are ones that came with the map, and they don't do anything. They're just for show. So I'm thinking about taking them out. Because they're, why have them there? They're just in the way. Okay, so here's the thing. This thing opens up. It's big enough. It's got a cement floor. You can place it anywhere you want. It's got a light in the middle that works. So you just click the light. There's a light switch here, and there's a light switch on the outside. Although I just covered it with the barn door. But this light pretty much lights up the whole area, so you can use it at night. It's just a nice big shed, and we're not getting them. Oh, there's a second light. Oh, I didn't see that last night when I messed with it. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Tell you what, though, I think I'm going to go to the garage now that I'm thinking about it. And, where are they? Clear at the end, of course. Yeah, I don't know why I want these. They don't do anything for me. They're just in the way, and I can put my own barns in there if I want. Because I can't park equipment in them, if you know what I mean. They're just decorative, and not even that. So now I've got a lot more room. I can put more of that shed in here, or I can put I can put the open ones, the pole barns in there. So there you go. All right. What else did I get? Is that it? That's pretty much it, I think. Anyway, I like the barn. It works good. I think that's pretty much it for new equipment. Oh, shoot. What am I going to do with this guy? What are you doing in the drink? You got to come out. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Oh, come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. All right. Thank God somebody made that that drive mod. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing great, Alan. That is you, isn't it, Alan? Chubby? If I'm wrong, I apologize. Alright, now I gotta figure out what I have fertilized and what I have not. I don't think I fertilized the taters since I got stuck in the drink. Alright, the only way to tell, or the good way to tell, is to come in here. Whoops. And look at this thing. What field am I on? Field 12? Growth? Fertilized? Yeah, it still needs fertilizing. Wheeler 14. Thank you, Chase. I appreciate it. I'm glad you do. Scorpion's kids think I'm boring. But I appreciate it. How you liking football? They don't like farming? Yeah, I know. They're Overwatch guys. You missed it? I can't remember what I said. Anything I said probably wasn't important. Oh, I think I just said, you asked me if I was okay, if I was doing well. I think I just said, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great, except for nobody getting notified that I'm live streaming. That's kind of bad. I have a hard time getting a handful of people on here. If they don't get notifications, I'll never get anybody on. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Fortnite, Mario, Roblox, and Minecraft. Oh, cool. Good on you, Brian. Good on you. I did that with my son when he wanted to go into Boy Scouts. I became a Boy Scout leader, so they were having trouble getting Boy Scout leaders. And so I volunteered, became a leader so that he could do that. It was a lot of fun. You did get a notification. So some people got notifications. Cool. I know I'm overlapping here a little bit, but it's just fertilizer, right? I'll tell you what, as soon as somebody makes a GPS, I'll be a happy camper. Well, you don't want that. I'm kind of a loud person. I wear headphones, and they're sound dampening headphones. And so I tend not to be able to hear very much of the game, and I sometimes tend to kind of scream a little bit because I can't hear myself. I'm loud anyway. My wife's always coming by and closing my door. You're too loud. I can't watch the TV. Oh. Sorry. Oh wow, that'd be even worse. And not even stereo. It's like you're in the one of you's in the front of a auditorium, and the other one's clear on the other side. Echo, 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 echo. Yeah, I'm making a mess out of this field, I know. Alexa, turn down Rudy. Doesn't work. I tried it. And Scorpion has no room to talk. He's just as loud as I am. I have no idea where I'm at on this field. It's just a mess. I think I can see. I think I can see where I fertilized, where I didn't. Like right here. What a mess. We got sunshine again today. I don't know where it's coming from. Good idea at the time. Half spuds, half sugar beets. Oh, I didn't do sugar beets actually. I did. I think I did soybeans. I should have done sugar beets. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Too late now. Stop! Brakes aren't working right. All right, I have no idea if I did that whole field or not. Well, pretty much. Oh, it's got weeds on the end, says. I missed a little patch right there, and I'm not going back to get it. All right, so it looks like we're getting weeds everywhere. I'll park this guy. Now that I got all kinds of room on my farm now, all those buildings are gone. Alrighty. Now, I guess I scooped all that stuff up, didn't I? Well, I tell you what, Stubby, the new Stubby is loud. You think I'm loud? This new Stubby is just unnormally loud. I'm going to have to go in and tone it down a little bit. Yeah, Bill didn't tell me to do the sugar beets. Poor Bill. I haven't seen him. He didn't come on the last live stream either. All right, let's get out of here and let's look at how the animals are doing. Chickens are needing wheat now. I just gave them barley. Now they need wheat. Cows are okay. Pigs are needing... Pigs eat barley? Did they really? Well, I guess they do. They got corn. I think this is a little deceiving. I think they can have barley. I put wheat in instead, so they don't need barley. Canola, sunflower seeds, I gave them soybeans, so they don't need canola or sunflower seeds. And potatoes or sugar beets, I gave them potatoes. So they're doing good. 100% productivity. Doesn't matter if I give them anything else, it's going to change. So let's put pigs away and look at the sheep. Why are the sheep down to 90%? It looks like they've got everything they need. That's kind of weird. Huh. Alright, Stubby. No sense wasting gas. Right, so, let's see. What else do we need to be doing? Okay, so this one got fertilizer. It's 100% fertilized and no weeds yet, but it will. Follow me in course play. Follow me is kind of weird. I always had follow me, but I never used it. It seemed like every time there was a use for follow me, somebody would say, "Why didn't you use follow me?" And I'd slap my head, like I could have had a V8. And I just didn't think of it. I never thought to use it. So consequently, I never used follow me. All right, I put canola on this field again, just because canola is a pretty good cash crop. Half of it needs weeding. Okay, so this one, fertilized and growing oats. We just looked at that one. Barley on this one, it's growing and 50% fertilized. I think it's up enough that I can fertilize it. And then we've got soybeans. So I think I can fertilize these two fields. Let me go run and get that fertilizer guy again. And I think I'm going to fill it up while I'm here on the farm. Hey, Rubicon. Let's go to work. Joe Dokes is in the house. How you doing, Joe? Man, the Rubicon needs some better brakes. Of course, it's full of fertilizer. It would be heavy, I would guess. I got to break down and get me something to drink here. Mountain Dew with whiskey in it. Just kidding. You know what? I think I'm going to have a Dr. Pepper today. All right, soup du jour is Dr. Pepper. Here we go. An Irish Mountain Dew would be the whiskey without the Mountain Dew. Hold the Mountain Dew. So, Joe, did you get a notification that I was live streaming? Because I went on at noon and there was nobody here for the longest time. And I started out on YouTube. Nobody showed up. And so I decided to jump over to Twitch and still kind of had the same issue. Some people got notifications and others didn't. Huh. Well, I was telling people earlier that I have a guy that I watch named Oxhorn. He lives in Seattle, close, a couple hundred miles away from me. And he has over 1 million subscribers, and he live streams on YouTube. And he started a live stream last night. And normally when he does a live stream, he has thousands of people. He had 83 people watching. And he kept saying that nobody's getting notified. YouTube's not notifying anybody. And I was wondering if that maybe was what happened to me. Scorpion says he's still not got one. Okay, Chris didn't want to do it. Brian doesn't want to do it. Am I getting, am I able to do it? Let me see. Normally, if you try to hire somebody, it means that they can't. Oh, I lost my HUD again. Doggone it. I don't know what's causing that. No, it gave me the fertilizer. It put it on there. See here? What the hell's this green spot, though? Needs liming. One little end needs liming. Are you kidding me? But I can't tell because I lost my stupid HUD again. I hate when that happens. I don't know what's causing it. Well, I do. It's a mod. I just don't know which one. All right, well, we'll have to do this manually, I guess, since it's not going to let me do it. I don't know why. Chocolate drizzled popcorn. What? You can't have stuff like that, can you? Is that what they're actually called? Drizzled? Because that sounds gross. What's drizzling? It's like somebody's nose is dripping on my chocolate-covered popcorn. Okay, look, it's going to let me hire a worker here. Who is it, by the way? Daryl Walker's on the job and ready for action. Chocolate drizzled. That's a strange word for that. And drizzling just doesn't sound right. It's like nose dripping. It's like you're drizzling on my chocolate. Why don't they just say that it's chocolate covered popcorn or chocolate dipped popcorn? And that leads you to believe that they've had some little elves in there just dipping each piece of popcorn. So it's like special, you know what I mean? It's just like popcorn you can't get anywhere else because this is hand dipped. No, I'm not a cook. I do cook, I'm just not one. Matter of fact, I'm actually a pretty good cook. I remember when the kids, they would, who's cooking dinner? And if it was me, they'd be all excited. And when they got older, I'd invite them home for dinner, and the first thing they'd ask is, who's cooking? They never told their mother that, though. Gourmet popcorn. What can you do to popcorn to make it gourmet outside of putting chocolate on it? Gourmet popcorn. You know those tins that you can buy at Christmas time during the holidays that have 3 different kinds of popcorns? They've got regular popcorn, they got cheesy popcorn, and they got caramel popcorn. Why is it that when you get the chance to get into that thing, somebody's already eaten all the caramel? Tain't right. It just tain't right. Love that popcorn. You drizzle. Everybody's drizzling now. Now see, that's one of those words that if you say it over and over, it kind of sounds weird. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. It's drizzling. It's drizzle. Don't drizzle that. It's a weird word. Kind of like scorpion. It's kind of a weird word. You know, what does scorpion mean? Lemon drizzle cake. Okay, Andy, you're acting like drizzle is a cooking word. Because I never heard it used in cooking before. Pretzel? Okay, well, you didn't mention that. You just said popcorn. Now, if you're adding pretzels and almonds and stuff, that's adding more. It would be easier said that it was gourmet, especially if you tell me there's truffles in it or something. You know. Your wife is a chef? That would be really tough. I think I'd weigh 300 pounds if my wife could cook like that. I mean, not that my wife's a bad cook, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I probably shouldn't say anything at all. I'm getting myself in trouble. Yeah, Scorpion was a chef. He used to work for McDonald's. Coffee. Bradley's drinking coffee. No, is it gourmet coffee? Have you drizzled chocolate in it? Or do you have a cold and you drizzled something in it? Hey, this coffee's a little salty. Well, you drizzled in it. Mom, Brad drizzled in the coffee. Again. Oh, Andy, don't worry. I think we're all a little bit bigger than we should be. According to your silly doctors. I tell you what, if I weighed what my doctor says I should weigh, you'd bury me thinking I was dead. That's my opinion now. Of course, now I have to admit that that's mainly probably because I have heart trouble and diabetes. So I think they probably want me a little bit skinnier than is healthy, in my opinion. Right. What else did I have to fertilize? I think I had something else to fertilize. Well, I don't know because my silly HUD went away again. All right, hang on. I'm going to go get it back. I hate doing this. But I can't figure out why it's happening. Bear with me. Just take a second. Coming back into Michigan shouldn't take long. I don't know, but so far it seems like, well, of course we don't have, never mind, I'm not even going to think about this because we don't have the maps that we had in 17. I was going to say it seemed like 19 loaded faster, but then if you didn't have any production or big maps, I guess it would, wouldn't it? Even 17 did, if you didn't have some humongous map with lots of production on it. I guess it doesn't matter whether I use my speed boots. I don't know if that's what's actually causing the problem. Okay, so this one is 100% fertilized. This one is 100% fertilized. This one is needing fertilizer. Did you listen to the water? Where did I hear it? There. There must be an underground water. Weird. Alright. The HUD problem might be the map. I noticed I had the same problem only on that map, though. Okay, that's good to know, because I was afraid it was one of these mods. Somebody mentioned they thought it might be the speed boots. And I think the thinking on that was, you know, that unless you're on foot, you don't see the mod, right? So I think they thought every time I was on foot is when it went off. And so they thought it might be that mod, which is a logical thing to think if you didn't have any other reason to believe it was anything else. So, you know, that was a good thought. But if it's the map, that makes me actually feel better because... What did I do at the first... Oh, there it is. Because I didn't want to give up my speed boots if that was the problem, or any other mod that I'm actually using. So that's good to know, Brian. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, we're going back to work. Well, bummer trails. So I found out today, you guys, I know nobody's interested, but I am, so I'm going to talk about it. Hang on, I got a tickle. Oh, that Dr. Pepper's cold. I'm starting my trip on Elite Dangerous this afternoon. The Europeans jumped at noon, and I was going to jump with them until I decided, no, I'm going to live stream farming first, and then I'll live stream, you know, the jump. The Americans jump at 5 o'clock, and we're heading out on a 6-month trip into space on this game. I'm going as a explorer geologist. Some people are going as military because there's players out there that want to do us harm just for fun. And what you have to understand about this game is if you're out exploring, you don't have weapons, because you don't need weapons unless somebody's after you. You don't need weapons to explore, and they weigh a lot, so you can jump further distances if you have a lighter ship. So explorers tend not to put weapons on, so I won't have any weapons. But when I signed up a couple weeks ago, there were 5,000 people going on this trip. This morning, there were 13,000. What was that? The Sunny Riddler, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that very much. All right, I hired somebody here to do this. Hey, it's Scorpion. Scorpion's on the game here. Thank you for the follow there, Sonny. How are you, sir? Hope everything well with you wherever you're at. Anyway, at 5 o'clock, I'm going to jump with the Americans. I usually fly with most of the guys that I chat with are Europeans. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much. You're gonna drizzle the fertilizer for me. All right, we're gonna let Scorpion do his job there. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. What time is it here? Right at the moment, it's about 10 minutes till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So for people in Great Britain, I'm about 8 hours behind in time. All right, well, there's really nothing for me to do right now except for that fertilizing and maybe some weeding. Let me check and see. There's some weeds growing someplace. All right, this has got 100% weeds in the oats. Well, in half the field. Why does that happen? Come on. If you're going to weed me up, weed me all the way. All right, we got 100% weeds on this field. Now, this one I can understand because I actually took two fields and plowed them together here, so they may not get weeds at the same time. Although it's looking like maybe they did. Nope, they didn't. See, this end of the field doesn't have any weeds. Kind of pain in the butt. I have a question. You gotta wonder about things. Why do people start saying when they're irritated that they have a pain in the butt? Why a pain in the butt? Why would you say that? Why wouldn't it be I've got a pain in the brain, or what makes having something that irritates you a pain in the butt? Who was the first one to come up with that? I mean, like, somebody irritates him and he says, "Oh, you're just a pain in my butt." Well, what? Why would you say that? I'm 1 hour behind you. Okay, you're pretty close then, if you're only 1 hour. I'm on the west coast. Oregon, to be precise, right on the ocean. I don't think it's going to do me any good to weed this if there's no weeds on, right? Oh, I was telling you about the trip I'm making on Elite Dangerous. I got on this morning, and they didn't give us a destination until the last minute. I got the destination about an hour before we were going to jump. And the reason they do that is they don't want griefers to go out and beat us there and set up ambushes for us. And so you don't know to the last minute where you're going. And that's fine. But anyway, I was on Discord, and there were about 300 or 400 people on Discord in one page talking at the same time. It was just terrible. Just god awful. But see, it's the very first. We're just starting the trip, so you haven't hooked up with your people you're gonna associate with during the trip. Now, the last big trip I took into space, I didn't know anybody, and by the time the thing was over, I had about 30 friends, and there were certain of us that decided to kind of go at a certain pace, so we'd jump in and talk to each other while we were flying through space. That hasn't been established yet with people, so you got everybody just starting out. Where are we going? When are we supposed to get there? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you join a wing? You know, how do you link up with another person? All that kind of junk. Once that's out of the way, Discord should slow down a little bit, because they'll start opening up different areas. You can probably open up your own Discord, you know, farming in space. Was originally a pain in the neck. Now, see, I can understand that, because, you know, if you're working hard and you come home at night and you got a kink in your neck for whatever reason, I can understand a pain in the neck, but a pain in the butt? When did that start? I bet that started in California, probably. San Francisco, to be exact. The irritation not letting him sit down, that could be. Who knows? But see, you got to wonder stuff like that. I wonder stuff like that all the time. I often wonder, who was the first guy that picked a coffee bean and decided to ground it up and drink it? I can understand a little bit about maybe tobacco. At some point, wacky tobacco would be better, because, you know, you're sitting around a campfire and you're looking for something to burn, and you throw this in there and you find out that it makes you feel pretty damn good. And, well, hey, there's something that we should be smoking. Tobacco, I don't know how that started. Whose idea was it to throw a bunch of stuff in there and suck smoke down into your lungs, right? If I was going to smoke anything, it would probably be a cigar, because you don't inhale. Doctor gave you a needle in the butt? I don't think that was a doctor. What was that movie studio that had the lion in it, and the lion would roar before the movie? There was a movie made in Canada, Strange Brew, I think it was, and it's two Canadian guys, and they had a lion. They were making their own movie, and they had a lion there, and one of them says, "Hey, stick him in the bum with a needle, man." They couldn't get him to roar. Oh no, it wasn't man. Sticking me in the rear with the needle, eh? Canadians, they say eh. I love weeding. It just kills the weeds right now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that I think about, where things come from, sayings, a lot of sayings. When did we start saying that? Words are different. Words are different because, you know, how do words get changed around over time? And I've talked about this a lot, where the word gay to me means happy, because if you think about the Flintstones, you know, they're singing "We'll have a gay old time," or Christmas songs where it says "Now we don our gay apparel." You know, it's happy. You know, when did that change into a different meaning? Crazy. Some of the sayings I can think of, you know, like when the bell rings, or when the bell tolls or something. You used to have people were afraid of being buried alive, I guess, and they would put a bell outside, you know, up above the ground, and they would put a string into the coffin, bury the guy, and if he was still alive and woke up, he could ring the bell. Three sheets to a wind. I kind of found out what that meant a little bit. When did we start saying colder than a witch's you know what? Colder than a well digger's you know what? When did it be okay? When did it become okay when you could say your mama? You know, it's like, better leave my mama alone. You can't pick on somebody's mother. Come on. That's sacrilegious. Pick on somebody's mama. Everybody loves mama. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Oh, it's getting dark on me. Hey, there's Ginger. How you doing, Alan? Alan, did you get a notification that I was live streaming? I started live streaming on YouTube and nobody got a notification, so I was sitting there for almost an hour by myself. And so Scorpion came in and we decided I should jump over on Twitch, see if that made a difference. It didn't seem to. It's just weird. Well, I get to use my farmhouse now because it's almost dark. You just woke up from a nap? You go to bed early? So, did I wake? Hey, there's Craig. How you doing, Craig? Same question to you, sir. Did you get notified that I was live streaming? Because everybody else did not. And I started live streaming on YouTube, as I just told Alan. And I sat there for almost an hour with nobody, just me. And decided to jump over on Twitch to see if maybe I wasn't getting notifications that I was live streaming, and nobody's coming on over here either. So I'm asking everybody if they've been notified. Craig didn't get a notification for either one. Brad didn't get a notification for YouTube. YouTube was the one I was really worried about because, as I said earlier, I know a guy that has over 1 million subscribers. He started a live stream where he's normally got thousands and sat there for an hour or two with 83 people. And the 83 people just happened to check his page and found out he was live streaming. So it sounds like some of these, you know, especially YouTube, are really falling down on the job. Scorpion's doinking. Scorpion, quit doinking. But if you're going to doink, do it well. Because he says he's doink well. How do you doink today? Yeah, I'm gonna sleep for about 12 hours here. I'm gonna pretend I'm Alan, take a nap. Wake me up in an hour or two. Do ink well. Well, are you a tattoo artist? Okay, so Craig says he's got both notifications turned on and he didn't get anything. So something's going on. Internet's a wonderful thing when it works, and evidently it's not working. Look at the sun's moving in the sky. Look at that. I probably went too far with that. We got some weeds now, I'll tell you what. All right, let me find my weeder. Did you okay that, Scorpion? You can okay it. It's funny. I will. Yeah, everybody take a day off. They're just trying to prove to you that they actually have control of you and your life. Because that's what they want. These places. Google, Facebook, Twitter. They want you to know that they're the ones in control. Now wait a minute. That's fertilizer. Never mind. That's the fertilizer guy. Thought that was the weeder guy. I gotta check. Let me see what we're looking at here. What we're looking like. We're doinking it. We're gonna doink it now, boy. I tell you what. All right. So there's the growth. The growth is growing. Things are growing. Let's check the. That's the weeding. Everything needs to be weeded now. And then the fertilizer. Where's the soil composition? Okay, so this is covering up our fertilizer. So I'm gonna have to get rid of the weeds, I guess. Alan says, I just go by word of mouth. If you're not on, you're not on. Well, I guess that makes sense. If I'm not on, I'm not on. Word of mouth. Who mouths off to you that I'm live streaming? I mean, YouTube, at least if I'm live streaming on YouTube, you can go to my YouTube page and it says that I'm live now. Might be my own fault. I'm gonna have to check because you can set a setting that says you want people to be notified or not. Maybe I've had so much trouble. If you notice today that there is no chat in the window and there's no notification because Brian gave me excuse me, a sub and I got a new follower, but it didn't show up on the screen. So the programs that I use to live stream are really messed up. Maybe it's me. Maybe those notifications got turned off. So when the stream's over, I'm going to have to go take another look. I worked on these all day yesterday trying to get these things to stream right. I'm getting kind of frustrated over it. A little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, no minions today. You can see my Windows profile, what I'm playing. Windows profile. I know I wanted the minions. I know! I was upset about that too. Hang on, I'm gonna check something real quick. Hang on. Let's go to that. And we're gonna go to Twitch and stream What You Dinger. Okay, hang on. Alert box. Didn't work, did it? Dang it. It didn't work. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm going to have to look at this when it's over again, see what's going on. It's crazy, man. Crazy. All right, let me try something here. Didn't work. Huh. It's not working. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Weird. I'll have to work on it later, I guess. But wait till the next stream and I'll have it fixed, Brian. Technology, eh? Oh, Andy's from Canada, eh? Must be a log thing. Yeah, I know. We'll never know because I don't know how to check the logs. As Scorpion will tell you, he's constantly telling me, "Give me the logs, send me the logs. Did you read your logs?" Funny. Right. There we go. So I get stuck in a ditch again. So this game, hey, you can rage now in this game. What's that mean? I don't know. I'll have to show you in a minute here. Scorp is a lumberjill. Yeah, are you really? Oh, the log thing. I got you. No, I think he's more thinking of like doing a number 2 log. Flush it twice. It's a long way to Texas. Send me your logs. Okay, you guys are getting like really silly now. This is a family channel. You're gonna have to clean it up. Put an axe in your back pocket? That sounds dangerous, actually. Okay, so you can rage in this game now, I think. Let's see. What do I got here? Scorpion's gonna tell me how to do this. Look. Dang it! I am so messed up and I hate this truck. Throw it there. See, you can rage in the game now. Isn't that cool? There. Don't mess up again, Combine. How do I get it back up now, though? Okay, come on, flip over. There we go. Yeah, you can rage in the game now. There you go. If it's yellow, let mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. I've heard that somewhere. That must be a Scottish saying or something. That's why you have a pain in the butt in PJs. They call it mellow yellow. That's right. That's right. Alright. I don't know who was working there, but I just fired him. I'm taking over. Take the blue pill, not the red pill. Alright, who's working now? Daryl Walker's working again. For a short period of time here. You wanted to get it up, take the blue pill. Oh, pfft. Is that a Viagra joke? Then, of course, the question comes, how did you know Viagra is blue, Scorpion? Alan, how do you know Viagra is blue? Oh, there's a commercial? I don't watch TV. There's commercials for that? That should be not right. Little kids might watch it. They'll be eating little blue pills all the time. Oh, look. It's a Skittle. It's not a Skittle. Surprised nobody's asked me how I know they're blue. I don't. I can't do that. I have a heart problem. I have a bad ticker. Can't do something like that. It'd kill me. Oh, I forgot about that. See, I told you guys, it's a family channel. What happened? my worker quit. Why did he quit? I swear, you just really, little kids just should not be allowed on YouTube because there's no way to control what's going to be said. There is no way. That's true. I watched a YouTube video the other day about some of the stuff they put in Disney movies now, and you can't say that they're not adult. Some of the stuff they sneak in. Fortunately, most kids don't know what they're talking about, so it was a video about things in Disney movies that only, or Disney or Pixar, those kinds of things. Things in movies that fortunately only adults get. Yeah. Well, it's no worse than me when we'd be on vacation. I'd be driving along, and I'd be singing and not knowing the words, so I'd make up the words. Pretty soon, Carol's beating on my shoulder, and I'd say, "What? You're going to cause an accident. What's the matter with you? Watch your language. What are you talking about?" I said, "You're singing." I said, "Well, I don't know the words. I'm having to make them up. There's little kids in the back seat." Oh, I forgot. I told you guys, the biggest mistake I ever made in my life was telling the kids that they couldn't say a word if they couldn't spell it. One day, one of the kids said O-S-H-I-T, and I got after them for it, and they looked at me, says, and she says S-H-I-T. And I looked at her again, and I remembered what I'd said. That you can't use a word unless you know how to spell it. So, biggest mistake I ever made. In regards to raising my kids. Farmer in the Dale. The Farmer in the Dale. Is it Dale or Dell? Farmer in the Dale, isn't it? Farmer in the Dale. Yeah, Dell is a computer. Well, Dell thinks they're computers. See, it's Farmer in the Dell, but a Dell. What is a Dell? Because a Dale. What? I don't know. Farmer in the Dell. Somebody Google that. What does Dell mean? I think I'm thinking Vale. Where's Gino today? Is Gino not in the house? Gino is the fastest Googler I've ever seen. You say anything in here, man, he's Googled it so fast. He doesn't tell you he's Googling it. I think but he's really fast on the Google. Small valley, usually amongst trees. So a dell is a small valley, usually amongst trees. Why would the farmer be in a place that's full of trees? No, it's a valley in the trees. Well, it didn't say he was farming the dell. It said he was in the dell. All right. Maybe he's out looking for firewood or something. Who knows why a farmer... Maybe he's running away from the farm wife. You know, maybe she's mad at him because he stole a piece of pumpkin pie when he wasn't supposed to. He's supposed to be out farming. He comes home. He takes a piece of the pie because it looks good. She's mad at him, so he goes running through the dell, trying to get away from the farm wife. That's what I think. Craig. Yeah, you're probably right, though. All right. Is that field mine? It is, and it needs weeding. You first need to unfold your tool. Okay? There's good advice that you can't use a tool if you don't unfold it first. Are we still talking in cryptic language because there's little kids around? About unfolding your tool and stuff like that. He took a wife, then ran to the dell. Well, the only reason he'd run to the dell is if the wife was trying to run away from him. He's trying to catch her. Okay, so if they're newlyweds, he's running for the wife in the dell. If they've been married a while, he's running away from the wife in the dell. Oh, Bradley! What are you trying to say, my man? It wasn't his wife. Oh. Well, then he would be running for her, not away. Now I'm just confused what the farmer was doing. I have no clue. It started off we didn't know why he was in the dell. Now we're more confused than we were. I blame Scorpion for that. Scorpions doesn't fold. Are you still talking about like what? Are you talking about like a chair? A knife? Some cake dough? Bread dough folding? You guys got me completely confused now. Right, who's working? Daryl Walker again. What's the deal with Daryl doing all the work today? Uh-oh. Somebody smashed my combines up. Let's see if I lost my HUD now. Nope, I still got it. Okay, so that's fertilized with no weeds. This side is growing, fertilized with no weeds. This one is fertilized with no weeds. This one we're working on over there. I think I already did. No, I gotta do this one. This one's got Wheaties in it, and it needs fertilizing too. The whole thing does it? This is weird. This field is weird. Alright, well it definitely needs fertilized. This one's weedy as all get out. Wow. And needs fertilizer. Well, I got a lot of work to do. Let me grab the fertilizer guy and put him to work. If I got really loud there, I was leaning into the microphone. Every once in a while, I'll straighten my back out and lean into the microphone. It's Sunday. You gotta take a day off. Like I said before, one man's Friday's another man's Monday. Maybe it works with Sunday too. I damn near just drove right over that ditch again. Oh, I forgot. There's oh, wait. This Rubicon doesn't have collision on the boom. I forgot. All right, let's. Let's see if Daryl wants to do this field too, or if somebody else wants to work today. Darren Manell's going to work today. Okay, how many scorpions does it take to change a light bulb? And the dog can't water himself. You have to take him. You have to help him with that. Oh no! Wait a minute. I just thought about something. Darren and Daryl, and his other brother Daryl. You changed it, and your son held the flashlight. I did that one time and almost scared my mom to death. The light in the kitchen was out, and the problem was the light bulb had broken. It was broken, the light bulb, and so we had to turn the power off, and then the glass was gone out of the light. I had to reach in there with a pair of pliers and unscrew the metal part out of the socket so we could put a new bulb in. So it's pitch dark in the house. I'm standing on a stool with this pair of pliers. I've turned the power off. Oh, jeez. I wasn't paying attention to my worker here. And my mom was standing below me with a flashlight. I started shaking like crazy, and I went, and I fell off the stool. And I thought she was going to have a heart attack. Oh, God. You had to be there. All right, let me lock the thing in here, see if I can crawl out of here. I'm thinking that this drive control works better than it did before he did the update. Before he did the update, I tested it. It didn't work all that good, I didn't think. Because I kept saying, well, I'm not disappointed because if it does anything, it's better than nothing. But since he did the update, it seems to do a whole lot better. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. All right, I may do a little bit of headland here. I don't know if I'm doing any good or not. Andy Murray retires from tennis. Now, who's Andy Murray? Yeah, I'm not wasting a potato on that. Potatoes are my friend. But I knew about that trick. Helper Steve doesn't want to work. I got to look at this field and see what it's looking like here. Oh, there's no way to tell because of the weeds. That needs plowing, but the weeds are gone. This needs... I got weeds in the middle here. I missed a spot of weeds, it looks like. Let me go get the weed guy. It looks like we missed some weeds over there. French fries? Who's got French fries? Brad can't eat French fries without sharing. Okay, where did we see? There they are. There's a whole patch of weeds we missed. By me. By we, I mean one of you guys and me. We all work together here. We're all one big happy family with a field full of weeds. The best kind of potato. Oh, I gotcha. I fried my taters. The funny part was that me going bzzz, she thought it was real. She thought that's what electricity sounds like. It wasn't the first time I scared her, though. One of them backfired on me, though. I was at the top of the stairways to the basement. It's a very steep stairway, too. And the stairway is just in a utility room just off of the kitchen. So there's a door from the kitchen going into the utility room, and the stairs was on the top of that. I mean, you were standing on the top of the stairs if you were standing by that door. So I was waiting for my mom to come out of the kitchen, as I knew she was going to. And I had this rubber alligator. I stuck my finger down the throat of this rubber alligator, and if you looked at it, if you just glanced at it, it looked like this rubber alligator was eating my hand, right? And since it was rubber, it would move if you shook it. I waited for her to come out of the kitchen, and I started screaming and waving my hands with this alligator snapped onto the end of it. She got scared when I did that, and the first thing she did was throw her arms out and scream. Well, her right arm hit me right in the center of the chest, and I went falling down the stairway. It was... I didn't get terribly hurt, but I was very embarrassed about falling down the stairway. So yeah, that one didn't work out too good, that little joke. Craig doesn't want to work, it says. Chase doesn't want to work. Harold doesn't want to work. Lynn doesn't want to work. Darren Manell doesn't want to work. I guess... Alright. There we go. Somebody finally took over. Who is it? John Tice decided he'd do it. Alright, let's check fertilizer guy. Uh-oh. What happened to fertilizer guy? I stopped him, didn't I? I did. It's my fault. Now let's get him down the road here a little ways and see if I can hire a worker. There he went. Alright, so we got David Wires is working there. See, we'll get this done sooner or later, tell you what. Taking the day off, we're all on strike. Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I don't pay anything for this job. So anyway, getting back to my programs, I've worked for the last couple of days with the program that I use to live stream. I have two of them. I have OBS, which is free and everybody likes to use, but I pay for one. I have a contract, a yearly contract with XSplit to use XSplit. And I couldn't get XSplit to do YouTube for some reason. And so I deleted my link to YouTube with XSplit and restarted it. And XSplit goes out and it says that it can't link to YouTube because I have not accepted YouTube's terms of service. Well, I have, and I've been YouTubing for years now. And I've had the ability to do everything that you can do on YouTube as a partner. So that's weird. So I couldn't get it to work, so I called XSplit. I got on, and thank goodness it was a chat thing, so I could read, just in case it was somebody from India. I didn't have to worry about whether I could understand him or not, because that's how it is nowadays. You get people that, you know, they put on, and you can't understand what they're saying. Though this was chat, so I could read it and I could understand it. I was on for 2 hours with this guy, and we couldn't get it to work. And finally, he did what Scorpion said: "Give me your logs." So I got my logs and I emailed them to him, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna have to get with the developers and find out if they can figure out what's going on." Okay, so I spent the rest of the day trying to figure out how to get all this stuff to work. Well, since I had deleted the, because one of the things was to delete the program completely off my computer, get rid of everything, and reinstall it. Well, that means I lost my Twitch stuff along with the YouTube stuff. So some of these problems that I'm having are my own fault. Turn the weeds icon off. Best kind of... Why, Alan? Weeds icon off. One ounce of grain for a month? Oh no! You will strangers your logs, but not me. I'm not paying you. Paying this guy money. So I left it with this. The guy said he would give the logs to one of the developers, and they would get back to me. Well, I haven't heard word from them since, so I don't know what to do. But I think I've completely screwed up everything on it, because I'm not able. You're not able to see the chat. The minions didn't pop up. I don't know what to do now. Crazy, man. To see the fertilization state. Oh, I got you, Alan. Yeah, I could do that. I can do that. I have the technology on. Okay, here's what Alan's talking about. If I turn this weedy thing off, I can see. I kind of assumed that if this part over here wasn't done, that this part wasn't either. That's just my assumption, so. Okay, so this field here is still being done. Look at that. Look at John's just working up a storm up here. Alright, there you go. There we are. Great demand at the Double D Ranch. Great demand for what? Good question. I don't know. Where's the Double D Ranch? Double D Ranch. Double D Ranch is right there. It's for... I can't remember what the hell this is. Is this... This is oats, and I don't have any, so it doesn't do me any good. Alright. That didn't help any. Alright, this is the fertilizer guy. That's the weed-eating guy. He's almost done. Then I gotta come and finish this end out that he's missing. You don't know what you're missing. The Double D's want you to sow your oats. I'd have to take a little blue pill first, I guess. Or do I take the red pill? I can't remember. What does the red pill do? If the blue pill does what Scorpion said, what does the red pill do? Makes it go night-night. Oh, so the red pill's a roofie. Uh-oh, I got some weeds on this end, too. Double Lot's in the house. How are you, Double Lot? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's good on your end of the deal. Well, the reference is from the Matrix. Take the blue pill or the red pill. Do you know that there's people that actually believe that we live in the Matrix in real life? It's probably the same people that still think that the world is flat. Still above ground? That's always good, I guess, unless you're a miner. Then you're probably not making any money. Yeah, there's people that actually think that that we live in the Matrix, that life isn't real. It's we're all hooked up into some computer or something like that. I watched a video where supposedly somebody, it was a news article. They had the camera on this woman in a bus station or a subway, and she was talking. They were interviewing her for some reason, and in the side of the video, while its camera's rolling, this little kid is walking and just appears out of thin air and walks out of the camera range. And of course, everybody's trying to explain this, and one of the explanations is that we live in the Matrix and it was a computer glitch. What? Crazy. All right, well, fertilizing 100%. Weeds are gone. No, weeds are not gone. We got this weedy area here. So let's go grab our weedy thing. And grab our weedy thing here. Spread it out. I mean, we're not. Yeah, that was the whole thing, Nathan. It was a weird video, though. It was a weird video, and nobody had any explanation as to how this kid just magically appeared on the film, because it was a... It wasn't somebody with a cell phone taking the thing where you could go in and, you know, it was a news film. It is weird. Scorpion's Agent Smith. Oh yeah, I saw that a few months ago. Matter of fact, my son was going to watch it today, and I told him I was going to live stream instead. He could watch it. Yeah, I haven't read the book. Nope, haven't played Atlas. What kind of a... Is it a game? What kind of a game is it? I actually haven't heard of it. Oh, books are always better. It's a pirate game. You should watch it, Ginger. It's a good book. It's a little strange. It's basically you live in a video game. I mean, people are living, but I mean, you don't live in it. But it's the big entertainment that you actually go into the game, kind of like Tron, a little bit. Makers of Ark made it. Well, I'll have to check it out. Hi, Gull. How are you? Jeremy's in the house. I feel bad now. I got people coming in about the time I have to get off. I've been on for 3 hours now almost. I'm going to have to get off pretty quick because I've got a couple things to do before I take off on my space trip at 5 o'clock. Swiss Family Robinson now, is that a remake, or is that the one that's got Kurt Russell in it when he was a little kid? Or have they made a new one that I don't know about? Like Lost in Space as the Robinson family. It's a space version of the story. With John Mills, okay, yeah, that's as far as I'm concerned, that's the original one. I don't know if they made one before that. But that's the one I'm thinking of. It's got the guy, the kid that plays the older brother is the kid from Hawaii Five-0 that always, Bookham Dano. Alrighty, now let's check the old whatcha-dinger here and see if we can figure out how oh, that's not my field though. Okay, so this one needs plowing. I knew that. Something happened with this field. It did not need plowing. And then all of a sudden it did after I planted it. So I just went and left it. Alright, so everything looks like this one needs a little more fertilizer. Other than that, I'm ready to go. So let's fold this thing up. Night, Scorp. Scorp's gonna go eat. That water's loud. Yeah, I was going to live stream my space trip, but man, I got to get this thing working correctly. I don't know what's going on with that. Probably explains if nobody's getting notifications. You know, I played for about a half hour the other night. It was close to midnight, and I actually for a half hour had absolutely nobody, just me, in the live stream. And so, you know, I was thinking like that guy I was telling you about earlier that has over 1,100,000 subscribers started a live stream where normally he's got thousands and had 83 people for I don't know how long. He said it was the strangest thing ever happened to him. So it's like YouTube's not notifying anybody for some reason. That's why that's why I didn't think it was me, because you can turn notifications off when you live stream, but the default is to have them on. And that's why I was thinking that it wasn't my problem. It must be YouTube's, and if it's happening to other people. Now wait a minute, didn't this need fertilizing? Oh, do I have to wait for another growth stage or what? Brian Wheeler quit me on that one. He started and then he quit the job. No, it's fertilizing. There you go. John's back on the job. Well, I'm going to get this stuff figured out sooner or later, I tell you. I kind of miss... I have mixed feelings about when you guys chat. I can see your chat. You know, on the side of the screen, I can see your chat. But it's not showing up on the screen. Now, it doesn't show up on my screen. It only shows up on your screen. And then later, of course, in the video, it shows the chat on the screen. And I have mixed feelings about that. One, I kind of hate that there's something on there because you're not seeing the whole game. You're seeing all this junk on the screen. The other reason I do like it over there is because if you're watching it after the stream and I'm talking to you and answering questions, you don't know what the question was. You only hear me answering it. And so what I used to have to do before I had that on there is I would say, okay, Bob is asking why I'm using this particular tractor on this field. And then I'd make the answer. That I would read the question and then tell the answer. And so if the chat is on the screen, I don't necessarily have to do that, because you can see what's being asked of me. So mixed feelings about that. The other thing, though, is I watch other live streamers, and they've got so much junk popping up on their screen all the time that to me it's kind of irritating. And so I don't know if I like all that stuff anyway. So I kind of have mixed feelings about all these widgets and stuff that they have. A couple of them are kind of handy. The one with the chat is kind of handy. The one with the alerts is kind of handy, because it doesn't happen all the time, especially with me. I don't have a lot of people watching my streams, so it's not too often that I get a new follower or somebody subscribes to me. But when they do, I usually will miss it if there's no alert. And I kind of missed that. Brian subbed to me earlier, and I was looking for the minions, and they didn't show up. And I kind of missed that, so I want to try to fix that for sure. But other than that, like, I don't know. How many of you guys like these live streams where they got so much junk popping up, you really can't follow what's being done as far as the game goes? I mean, I'm talking about pictures and things popping up and music playing and, you know, all kinds of distractions. I don't know. To me, it's kind of irritating. But then, that's just me. I think people that don't mind that stuff are people that don't care what you're playing. They're just there for a social thing. They're there for the chat, that kind of thing. Because I have to admit, a lot of times when you're live streaming, you don't really do a lot of playing, because you're answering questions and doing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, mine's always been kind of minimal. I've only had, I think, 3. I had that little jar. I had the chat on the screen, and I had the alerts that pop up. And as I say, the alerts don't pop up that often with me. I suppose if you had, like, you know, 1 million subscribers and you were live streaming, you could probably have alerts popping off every 5 seconds. Ginger says the chat's enough. Brian says he doesn't like most of it. Like, you know, I don't. I'm not, you know, I don't mean to say that I wouldn't watch somebody I wanted to watch because of it, but to me sometimes it's a little bit too much. Some of the stuff that pops up. Double Lot says keep the chat in the box. Well, I'm gonna try to fix it. I don't know why it's not working now. I felt lucky that I was able to get this stupid program to work at all. I might have to go back to OBS, but OBS doesn't do well for Farming Sim for some reason. But I'll have to work on it, see if I can get it back. At one point, I had it working really good. Well, that's what I'm saying, Brian. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what. I think that's a lot of what the live streaming is all about. And And I've got more than one reason for thinking that. Here's the other reason. If you watch the streams, sometimes the video quality is so bad. When I record it and then put it up on my YouTube page at a later date, and I'll look at it to see what it looks like, and it looks terrible. And people don't seem to mind, because I don't think they're really there for the quality. Now, I can tell you that when my video quality is bad on a video, I get comments, wow, something's wrong, that looks bad. And if the sound is bad, they really get upset. You know, if you have a terrible mic, or the sound's too low or too high, people really get upset about that. But in the live stream, they don't seem to care. And I do think it's a lot of the chat. You know, they don't really care what you're doing. Yeah, I can see that. I understand that. Well, everybody, I hate to do it, but I've been on for 3 hours now, and I want to try to work on this program, because I'm going to be live streaming my my takeoff on my space game at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I want to thank everybody for coming by. I appreciate it. I get lonely out here without you guys. So I hope you had fun, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, have fun on your farms and play safe. Good night, everybody.